Good morning and welcome to DC Today. I'm Del Walters in Washington. Today we celebrate the life and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. As we do, it is always important to point out it was not about one speech on the Mall, I Have a Dream, but instead about tens of thousands of people in meetings in basements across America trying to bring about a better life for their children. I know because my father spent many nights in those meetings. As a result, myself and my siblings marched off to integrate the private middle school in our hometown. And then I went on to integrate my hometown TV station as the first black on the air in the Ohio Valley. But I was not alone. There were thousands of others who did as well. Every school, every restaurant, every business had a first black person or family. King's speech articulated their dream. For the better part of a half a century, America lived the dream of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Keep in mind, in his time, that dream was as simple as sitting together on a bus or drinking from the same fountain. But not even Dr. King could have imagined this.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
that I will execute the office of President to the United States faithfully.
America, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, young and old, electing the nation's first black president, Barack Hussein Obama.
So help you God?
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
And for a while, it appeared as if King's dream of black children and white children being accepted for the content of their character as opposed to the color of their skin was now America. Then came the backlash.
We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
First, the election of the man who campaigned on the theme of making America great again. It wasn't a dog whistle, but a bullhorn to those who saw King's dream as a nightmare. As evidence, among the thousands who stormed the Capitol on January 6, there were 6 white supremacist groups that saw King's dream of being a multicultural America as a threat to all things white, majority. Backlash under the banner of things like critical race and replacement theories became their battle cries.
Then the crowd, perhaps around 20 people, joined in screaming, "Boo!" No one had ever called me a
Everything King sought, they sought to erase, beginning at the ballot box.
It's no longer about who gets to vote. It's about making it harder to vote. It's about who gets to count the vote and whether your vote counts at all.
Ground zero in the new civil rights battle is the same as it was 60 years ago. 19 states, mostly Southern, trying to make it harder for black and brown people to vote. As was the case during King's time, the battle cry from the other side, nothing to see here.
He used the phrase Jim Crow 2.0 to demagogue a law that makes the franchise more accessible than in his own state of Delaware.
No one knew better than Dr. King the pendulum swing. He once called it the arc of history. Missing from this equation, though, the voice of a man who made it all possible. A young preacher from Ebenezer Baptist Church in Georgia, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.